In a distant corner of the galaxy, the Galactic Council gathered in their grand hall. It was a large room filled with aliens of different shapes and colors. They were discussing strange signals coming from a blue planet known as Earth. The council members were curious but cautious. One alien, a tall creature with green skin named Zarek, stood up. "These signals are unlike anything we've ever seen. They come from humans," he said, his voice echoing through the hall. The other aliens looked at each other, puzzled. "What is so special about these humans?" asked Lyra, a small blue alien with bright eyes. "They are primitive and weak." Zarek shook his head. "We do not know yet, but we must investigate. We have been searching for a resource that can help us. These signals might lead us to it." The council decided to send a team to Earth to learn more. They wanted to discover what made human blood so unique. Some aliens thought it was just a waste of time, but Zarek believed it could be the answer to their problems. Meanwhile, on Earth, life went on as usual. Humans were busy with their daily lives, unaware of the aliens planning to visit. Alex, a young scientist, worked in his lab studying human genetics. He was passionate about his work and wanted to find ways to help people live longer and healthier lives. One day, while analyzing blood samples, Alex noticed something strange. "Why does this blood have such unusual properties?" he wondered aloud. "I need to dig deeper." He spent hours in his lab trying to understand the secrets hidden in human blood. As Alex researched, the alien ship quietly landed in a remote area far from any human eyes. The aliens, cloaked in their advanced technology, stepped out of their ship. They were tall and strange-looking, with bright eyes and unusual features. Zara, a smart and adventurous alien, led the group. She was eager to learn about Earth and its people. "Stay alert," Zara said to her team. "We do not know how humans will react to our presence." They moved cautiously through the dense forests, amazed by the beauty of the planet. The trees were tall and the air was fresh, unlike anything they had ever experienced. Suddenly they heard a noise. A group of humans was nearby, laughing and talking. Zara and her team hid behind the trees, watching the humans play. They looked so ordinary but full of life. Zara felt a strange pull toward them. "Look at them," she whispered. "They are so lively and full of energy." One of her team members, a bulky alien named Gron, frowned. "They are nothing but animals. We should take samples and leave." Zara shook her head. "No, we must learn more before making any decisions." She wanted to understand why these humans were special. Just then, a human named Alex stepped forward, talking to his friends about his latest research. Zara listened closely. "He studies blood," she thought. "Maybe he knows something important." Feeling a mix of curiosity and excitement, Zara made a bold choice. "We should introduce ourselves," she said, surprising her team. They exchanged nervous glances but agreed to follow her lead. With her heart racing, Zara stepped out from behind the trees. "Greetings, humans. We come in peace," she called out. Alex turned, his eyes widening in shock. He couldn't believe what he saw. Strange creatures stood before him, and his mind raced with questions. "What do you want?" he asked, trying to sound brave. Zara smiled, hoping to ease his fear. "We seek knowledge about your blood. We believe it holds great power." Alex blinked, unsure if he should run or listen. "Blood? Why do you want to know about our blood?" "Because," Zara replied, "it may help us survive. We have much to learn from you." As they spoke, the air crackled with tension. Both sides were curious yet cautious. This meeting could change everything. The atmosphere was thick with tension as Alex stood facing Zara and her alien team. The sight of these strange creatures both fascinated and frightened him. He glanced at his friends who were whispering among themselves, unsure of what to do. "What do you want from us?" Alex asked again, trying to keep his voice steady. "You can't just show up and ask about our blood." Zara raised her hands, trying to show that she meant no harm. "We come in peace. We believe your blood holds special powers that can help our people. We want to understand it better." Alex was taken aback. "Powers? What do you mean?" He felt a mix of curiosity and suspicion. He didn't trust these aliens, but something in Zara's eyes told him she was sincere. Before he could respond, the atmosphere changed. Other aliens in Zara's group looked restless, whispering among themselves. One of them, Gron, stepped forward. "We should take what we need by force." "Humans are weak and will not fight back," he growled. Zara frowned at Gron. "No, we cannot do this." "We need to earn their trust," she said firmly. But Gron was not convinced. He glanced at the humans who looked scared but ready to defend themselves. As tensions rose, Alex's friends began to back away slowly. "We need to get out of here," one whispered urgently. Alex, however, was torn. He felt responsible for the situation. "Wait! Let's just talk," he said, hoping to calm everyone down. Suddenly, Gron lunged forward, his eyes filled with greed. "Enough talking! I will take the blood!" he shouted, reaching for Alex. The humans panicked and chaos erupted. Alex's friends scattered, running in different directions. "Get back!" Alex yelled as he tried to push Gron away. In that moment of confusion, Zara sprang into action. She moved swiftly and blocked Gron's path. "Stop!" she shouted. "We don't want to hurt anyone." Gron hesitated, looking confused. Zara seized the opportunity to speak to the humans. "We can help you! We just need your blood for research. We promise to share our knowledge in return," she pleaded. But the humans were scared. They saw Gron's aggression and didn't trust the alien's words. Alex shouted to his friends, "Don't let them take us! We need to fight!" With that, the humans banded together, ready to defend their home. They used rocks and sticks, fighting back against the aliens. The aliens, caught off guard, tried to defend themselves, but their advanced technology was useless against the humans' determination. In the midst of the chaos, Zara watched in horror as Gron pushed forward, determined to take blood by force. She realized this was not what she wanted. "Gron, stop! You are ruining everything!" she yelled. But he did not listen. Gron charged at Alex, but just as he reached for him, Zara intervened again, grabbing Gron's arm. "Enough!" she shouted, her voice ringing out above the noise. "We are better than this!" In that moment of distraction, Alex seized his chance. He grabbed a nearby branch and swung it at Gron, hitting him in the side. The alien stumbled back, surprised by the human's courage. "Stay away from us!" Alex shouted, adrenaline pumping through his veins. The other humans rallied behind him, ready to fight for their freedom. Zara took a deep breath, realizing that she needed to regain control. "Listen! This fighting is pointless! We are not your enemies!" she cried out, hoping to reach the humans. Slowly, the fighting began to die down. The humans were exhausted and confused, and the aliens were wary of each other. Zara's words resonated, and for a moment, both sides paused to catch their breath. "Let's talk," Zara said, her voice calmer now. "We can find a way to help each other, but we need to stop this conflict. It is not what we came for." Alex lowered his branch, still tense but willing to listen. "If you really want to help us, then prove it." "We need to trust you first," he replied. Zara nodded, knowing they had a long way to go to build that trust. But she was determined. The future of their alliance depended on it. After the chaotic conflict, both sides stood in an uneasy silence. Humans and aliens were tired and wary, but a sense of hope began to flicker. Zara, determined to make things right, stepped forward. She looked into Alex's eyes, ready to propose a new plan. "Thank you for listening," Zara said, her voice steady but kind. "I know we started off on the wrong foot, but we can help each other. If you let us, we can work together to understand the power of your blood." Alex listened carefully, still unsure. "How can we trust you?" he asked, crossing his arms. "You came here to take our blood by force." "I understand your fear," Zara replied. "But I am not like Gron. I believe we can form an alliance. We can share knowledge, and in return, we ask for a small amount of blood for our research. We will never harm you." The humans exchanged glances, uncertainty still lingering. Finally, Alex spoke up again. "What do you mean by knowledge? What can you offer us?" Zara's eyes sparkled with excitement. "We have advanced technology that can help you. Our medical technology can cure diseases you cannot. We have ways to improve your food production and protect your planet from natural disasters." This piqued the interest of the humans. Alex thought about his sick grandmother and the food shortages his community faced. "You really think your technology can help us?" he asked. "Yes," Zara replied earnestly. "If we work together, we can create a better future for both our worlds." After a moment of thought, Alex glanced at his friends. "What do you think? Should we give them a chance?" His friends looked unsure, but they also saw the hope in Zara's eyes. One of Alex's friends, a girl named Mia, finally spoke. "It's a risk, but we could use their help. Our world has problems we can't solve alone." The group nodded, and a sense of determination began to build. "I'll agree to your proposal," Alex said, looking at Zara. "But we need to set some rules. We will not allow anyone to be harmed during this process. And we want to see proof of your technology before we agree to give you any blood." Zara smiled, relief washing over her. That's fair. We will show you everything we have. I promise we will treat you with respect. The aliens and humans decided to meet in a safe place where they could learn from each other. Zara led the humans to their ship, which was hidden in a clearing. The ship was sleek and shiny, with strange symbols covering its surface. "Welcome to our home," Zara said as they entered. Inside, the ship was filled with advanced technology that dazzled the humans. Machines hummed and lights blinked in a rainbow of colors. Zara introduced her team members, each responsible for different tasks. "This is Jorak," she said, pointing to a small alien with blue skin and multiple arms. "He is our medical expert. He will show you how our technology works." Jorak stepped forward, excited to demonstrate. "Come, I will show you how we can heal," he said, leading them to a room filled with advanced medical devices. Alex watched in awe as Jorak explained how their machines could scan for diseases and even create medicines using human blood. "This is amazing!" he exclaimed. "You really can help us." Mia nodded in agreement. If they can do all this, it might be worth it. As they explored the ship, Zara took the opportunity to build a bond with Alex. "I know this is new for you. It's new for us too. But I believe together we can create something beautiful." Alex felt a spark of hope. Maybe they could find a way to help each other after all. As they finished the tour, Zara asked, "Are you ready to begin our partnership?" With a deep breath, Alex nodded. "Yes, let's do this. But we'll start slowly. Trust takes time." Zara smiled, knowing they had taken the first step towards a brighter future. They were still different worlds, but now they shared a common goal. The partnership between humans and aliens began to grow. Zara and Alex worked together, sharing ideas and knowledge. They spent hours talking about technology and medicine. The humans learned about the aliens' advanced machines, and the aliens discovered the strength and resilience of humans. But not everyone was happy with this new alliance. Gron, the aggressive alien who wanted to take blood by force, watched from the shadows. He was furious that Zara had chosen to work with the humans instead of seizing their power. Gron believed humans were weak and foolish, and he couldn't understand why Zara was wasting time with them. "Zara is making a big mistake," Gron growled to his fellow aliens. "We should take what we need by force. Humans cannot be trusted." His friends listened, uncertain but intrigued by Gron's plan. "What do you suggest?" one asked. "We will sneak into their camp and take the blood samples we need," Gron replied. "They won't expect it. We can gather what we want and leave before they even notice." That night, as the humans and aliens camped together, Gron and his team moved quietly through the darkness. They wore special cloaks that made them nearly invisible. Their goal was to steal blood samples while the humans were sleeping. Meanwhile, Alex and Zara were sitting together by the fire, discussing their plans for the future. "I believe we can make a real difference," Alex said, feeling hopeful. "With your technology, we can improve agriculture and healthcare on Earth." Zara smiled. "And with your knowledge, we can learn to understand emotions better. Humans have strong feelings that can teach us so much." Just then, a noise broke the peaceful night. The humans and aliens turned their heads, alerted by the sound of rustling leaves. Gron and his team, still cloaked, snuck closer to the humans' supplies. Suddenly, one of the humans, Mia, spotted a shadow moving. "Did you see that?" she whispered to Alex. He turned, eyes wide with worry. "Something's not right." Before they could react, Gron's team revealed themselves, charging forward. "Grab the blood samples!" Gron shouted.
The humans jumped to their feet, startled and frightened.
"What's happening?" Alex yelled, panic rising in his chest. "Zara, what's going on?" Zara's heart sank as she realized what was happening. "Gron! No! Stop!" she cried, but it was too late. Gron's team attacked, trying to seize the supplies and take blood samples without consent. The humans fought back instinctively, defending themselves. Alex grabbed a stick and swung it at Gron, who was reaching for their supplies. "Get away from us!" he shouted, determination in his voice. Zara quickly joined the fray, trying to protect her human friends. "We can't do this!" she yelled at Gron. "You're ruining everything we've built." But Gron didn't listen. He was blinded by his desire for power. "Humans are nothing! We will take what we want!" he snarled as he pushed through the chaos. The battle raged on and confusion filled the air. Humans and aliens struggled against each other, with shouts and cries echoing through the night. Alex and Zara fought side by side, desperately trying to stop Gron. Finally, Alex managed to tackle Gron, bringing him down to the ground. "You don't have to do this!" he shouted, grappling with the larger alien. "We can work together," Gron growled, trying to push Alex off him. "You are weak! You will never be able to stop us!" But just as it seemed all hope was lost, Zara stepped forward. "Gron, this isn't what we came here for," she said, her voice firm. "We can't betray the trust we've built. We are better than this." For a moment, Gron hesitated, unsure of what to do. The fierce look in Zara's eyes made him question his actions. "You're weak," he spat, but the doubt in his voice was clear. Finally, realizing he was losing control, Gron pushed Alex away and stood up, breathing heavily. "I will not let this partnership continue," he shouted before turning to flee into the darkness, his followers quickly following. As the dust settled, Alex and Zara stood together, shaken but relieved. "I can't believe this happened," Alex said, looking at Zara. "I thought we were on the same side." Zara's eyes were filled with regret. "I'm so sorry. Gron has always been reckless. We must do everything we can to fix this." They both knew their alliance had been tested, but they were determined to rebuild the trust that had been so quickly shattered. The night after the betrayal was filled with tension. Alex and Zara sat by the dying embers of the campfire, their faces illuminated by the soft glow. The attack by Gron had shaken their newfound alliance, leaving both humans and aliens feeling vulnerable and unsure. "We need to act fast," Alex said, breaking the silence. "Gron will return and he won't come alone. We must prepare ourselves." Zara nodded, her expression serious. "I agree. We need to show Gron and his followers that we are stronger together. We must unite both our people against the threat he poses." As dawn broke, Alex gathered the humans, while Zara spoke to her fellow aliens. They needed to create a plan to protect their partnership and prevent further attacks. Everyone knew they had to be ready for whatever Gron might bring. "Let's set up a defense system," Alex suggested to the group. "We can use the supplies we have and create barriers to protect ourselves." The humans quickly agreed, and they began working together to fortify their camp. Zara joined in, helping to organize her team. "We can use our technology to enhance your defenses," she said, leading the aliens in building a perimeter of shields around the campsite. They worked tirelessly, combining their strengths and sharing ideas. As they worked, a sense of camaraderie grew between them. Laughter and chatter replaced the fear and tension from the night before. Humans and aliens began to bond, sharing stories and skills, finding common ground. By the end of the day, they had built a strong defense. A series of barriers and traps surrounded their camp, and they felt more confident in their ability to face Gron's attack. That evening, they gathered around the fire to discuss their strategy. "We need to be ready for anything," Alex said. "If Gron comes, we must stand together." Zara agreed. "We can use our technology to surprise them. Let's prepare a counterattack if they come back." As the night wore on, they took turns keeping watch. The atmosphere was tense, but they were ready to face whatever came next. Hours passed, and just as dawn approached, a rustle in the trees broke the silence. Alex's heart raced as he signaled for everyone to be quiet. The humans and aliens listened intently, waiting to see what would happen. Suddenly, Gron and his followers appeared, moving through the shadows like a pack of wolves. They had come for revenge. "You think you can hide from us?" Gron roared, his voice echoing through the trees. "You are fools for believing you can stand against us." The humans and aliens braced themselves, standing shoulder to shoulder. "We are not afraid of you, Gron," Alex shouted back, stepping forward with confidence. "We have the strength of our partnership." "Partnership?" Gron laughed, a cruel sound. "You are nothing but weaklings. I will take what I want." With that, the battle began. Gron's followers charged at the humans and aliens, but this time, they were ready. The barriers held strong, slowing down the attackers and giving the humans and aliens time to fight back. Zara quickly activated their technology, sending bright lights and loud sounds to disorient Gron's team. "Now attack!" she yelled, rallying her allies. Together, the humans and aliens fought side by side. They pushed back against Gron's forces, their teamwork shining through. Alex fought with determination, swinging a stick at anyone who came too close. Mia and Zara worked together, using their combined skills to protect each other. The tide of the battle began to shift. Gron's followers faltered under the pressure of the united front. They were not prepared for the strength of the humans working with the aliens. As the chaos continued, Alex spotted Gron in the distance, his face twisted with anger. "You will pay for this!" he shouted, charging towards Alex. Just then, Zara stepped in front of Alex. "You will not hurt him!" she declared fiercely. The two of them faced Gron together, their combined courage shining like a beacon. With a final push, the humans and aliens overwhelmed Gron's team, driving them back into the forest. Gron, seeing his followers retreat, turned to flee, knowing he had lost. Breathing heavily, Alex and Zara looked at each other, their eyes filled with relief and triumph. "We did it!" Alex shouted, unable to contain his excitement. Zara smiled, joy spreading across her face. "This is just the beginning. Together we can achieve anything." As the sun rose, casting warm light over the campsite, both humans and aliens celebrated their victory. They knew they had overcome a significant challenge, and their alliance was stronger than ever.
With laughter and cheers filling the air, they began to plan for in their purpose and to face whatever lay ahead.